Why did I create the program? Tragedy. The greatest triumph comes from tragedy. We started the top 10 list essentially to get the public excited about what we were doing here and to officially make the fastest of the fastest, give them an incentive on what we were doing, and at the same time to be able to get the public going about who their favorites were, because we got these guys that come out here repetitively and they're just kicking everybody's butt. It's time to see who number one is. The people that are on the list, they get benefits. They get our call outs on social media. They get into the event for free. So if you're on the top 10 list, you're not paying a race because you've put in your work, you put in your time, you earned that. Not only that, but everybody is seeing you. You're getting on the web series. You're making sure that you're growing every time that you go up a position on that list. And that's good for individuals and businesses alike. So everyone wants to be on that list.
My name is Clinton Geisel. I'm the owner, operator, driver, tuner of the Velocity Factory Evo 10. I got into cars really with my brother. My brother was, he's like 7 years older than me. He was really into bikes. And we fell down a bunch of times on bikes, and eventually that kind of turned into the car thing. And back home you can get the JDM versions of the real JDM versions of the cars back then, which was Supra, Skylines, and that stuff. So that's really how I got into it. I was a little kid and I've been playing with engines in one form or another since I was a little kid. So I was like 5. Me and the guys in Velocity Factory go back a long time. I think more than 8 years now. And that same 2G DSM that I had was the first car that I brought over to Felipe. Velocity Factory has been there to simply support me as far as, getting me the parts that I wanted, and we worked together a lot with tuning and building and stuff like that, because, I guess through the years I've learned a lot about the Mitsubishis. The guys are always there to support me whenever I need to swap the motor or change the transmission. And obviously they have a relationship with all the vendors, all the parts that I buy, stuff like that, I buy them through them. Eventually the car became so fast, I guess, that it became kind of a thing. So the velocity factor Evo 10 was born right there and there. Part of the deal was, hey, we'll let you try these out, but you need to give me some feedback. And I provided that feedback, but it was through them. So that's how the whole velocity factor Evo 10 thing started.
Clint and I go way back. We've known each other for 10 years. He would park his Eclipse in my shop and go to work at like 6 or 7 in the morning. He's a really hard-working person, and he would leave me a list of things to do to his car. So we would do everything he'd ask us to do, and then he started tuning with a Supra AFC like 10, 15 years ago, and he's just been learning and working on his car, and he's just gotten progressively faster. So we've always been friends, and we've helped him get there along the way.
Hear what I hear.
Hello, my name is Ray Corvo with Miami Performance Inc. We specialize in doing BMW repairs, any European repairs, maintenance, and performance. We also do work on GTRs, Supras, Evos. It's kind of our background, performance work, but we also do everyday maintenance and repairs on all Highline vehicles. The reason why we started is we used to work at a dealership, at a BMW and Ford dealerships in the past, and we decided that we wanted to give clients the same service that you can get at a dealership at a much more reasonable price. They're able to save 30-40% on repairs and maintenance versus dealership prices without compromising anything from the technician to the quality of the parts that we install. What really got me into the import world of a lot of performance stuff was I bought a 94 Supra Turbo. We currently have a 94 Supra. It's got a built 3-liter Corrido rods, CP pistons. It runs a Precision 8285 turbo through a Chevy Turbo 400, and it has a drive shop 4.9-inch rear end. And the car at 45 pounds of boost makes 1190 to the wheels. It also has a 175 shot wet shot in it that we normally just use to get up in the converter if we're going to launch the car, or from a roll just to get the car on boost. And then we typically shut it off and just let the car run on boost alone. The driver of the car is very enthusiastic about the car. He loves it when the car drives well. He usually doesn't really like driving it, but now he wants to get more behind the wheel, so we're encouraging that. And we're gonna, let it rip, bring the power up. You can enjoy it. That's why he built it. Street Racing Made Safe is a great idea for the community. There's a lot of people that love street racing. Street racing is one of those things that it's been around forever, and young, old, it doesn't matter. They street race. Having to be able to race on the track where you're in a controlled environment and a much safer environment is very important for the drivers and everybody else involved. So we're really happy to be a part of that. We're having a great time on the list. The Supra, we're going to try to move up. It's currently sitting on number 4. We're going to try to currently go after the number 3 spot, and then try to take that number 2 spot from the Alpha 12 as well.
honestly, it was probably the closest race I've ever had in my life. I mean, obviously I can put the power down better than the Supra can, but the Supra can obviously outpower me. That car is really fast. And you can see in the video, I mean, I took off, we took off the line pretty even. I mean, I think he kind of hit it before the cones, and he spun a little bit. I don't know. You can be the judge with the video. But irregardless, we took off pretty even, and at the end, he was coming hard. And I've never pushed on that pedal so hard. I thought I was going to just push that pedal to, past the firewall. We were so close that once we got off the track, we even pulled over and I said, "Who won?" Because I just didn't know who won. It was that close. Seriously. I mean, I know there was a light, but I was so excited. It was so close. I was so pumped that I didn't even notice the light. So luckily I got him. The tuner later